we have the best ops team in the business. There's different types of loan officers, and some loan officers they remember every rule, they remember every regulation, they know exactly what down payment has to be on every single loan and what the rules are, and they memorize all of that and they know it. And I'm not that guy. I'm constantly going to the intranet and looking things up. But it's very nice to know that we have multiple people here that I can send them an email, and within 5 minutes I'll have an answer to any question I could possibly imagine.
So I've, now being in the business, know other loan officers with other companies and things. And, some people do everything from start to finish, from taking the initial loan app to doing the case opening, the processing. I couldn't imagine doing it.
I couldn't do what I do without them at this point. My processing team is great of helping me do the little things I missed and get it ready for underwriting, and they help me a lot through. I do a lot of the front end stuff, and they take care of everything on the back end for me. So they answer questions for me as well as get the files ready and do a great job of that.
The ops team has been fantastic coming here. When it comes to there's unique situations where if we have to close super quick, I can go to them and say, hey, is this doable? What do we need to do to get this done? So making the ends meet to where we can meet the customer's request to close early if they need to, if they've been having trouble finding a house. And they're coming like, hey, my lease on my apartment's up here soon. I need to have a place here in 3 weeks. So stuff like that.
I think this was a big part of coming from a different job to Fairway is I can walk down the hall and we have our processors in-house, which was really nice because if I have questions about a loan, I can just walk down the hall and they're actually right there to help, which is great because they just have so much knowledge about loans and they're just great to work with. So all the processors that we have here, they really are very helpful. So
when you do a few loans a month, you have time to look those things up. When you start really producing, you get to a point where you just plateau and you can't go any higher unless you have that support. And so having the support of our ops team is incredible.
So I've worked at other mortgage companies where it's you can't talk to the processor, or you're jumping through hoops just to communicate. This is the first mortgage company that I've worked at where I can just pick up the phone and call my processor or send an email or set up a meeting. And I think communication, the fact that we have that with support, with processing, that everyone understands we're just trying to do what's best for the borrower. And in order to do that, you've got to communicate on a professional level and not jump through hoops just to have a conversation. I think that Fairway understands that. I think that's huge, and I think that's the reason why we close so many loans, and it's one of the reasons why we're at where we're at.
Everyone likes each other. It's a team, There's times where a processor is having trouble finding something, and they ask me because I have some of that experience prior, and I'll help them out. And we can go to them with questions up front and things like that.
So, just being able to communicate from the realtors, myself, what's going on, and bringing up if something comes up, we know right away, so we can let the customer know or the realtors know, hey, this is what's going on. So the communication, the speed of responding, and the speed of getting these loans done, really speaks volumes to the hard work and that blue collar kind of mentality that we have as far as getting the job done and doing it right.
Yeah, we have people that again, they buy into the culture, they care, they don't do it just because it's their job. I've never one time heard somebody say to me, it's not my job. This isn't my job. It's not my job to answer this question. Even if it's not their job, they're like, I don't know, it's not my area, but let me send you the person whose area it is. And that's really, really cool to have.